Iron Talk is brought to you by Case IH. For more information about the full line of Case IH equipment and how you can boost your productivity, visit caseih.com. Case IH, for those who demand more.
Today's Iron Talk will discuss one of the biggest challenges at harvest time, figuring out exactly how much storage space you're going to need. Well, on the farm, you only have so many grain bins and you have maximum capacity. But what if you have that fantastic harvest where you go way above and beyond? Maybe you can hold 100% of a normal crop, but all of a sudden you raise 25% more than you ever imagined. What do? Well, you can't exactly put another bin up overnight, but what you can do is have some flexible grain storage. Call them what you like, but when you're putting grain into a bag for temporary storage, I call it flexible grain storage. And it's a pretty cool concept. So if you have a normal crop or a short crop, maybe you've got plenty of bin space, maybe you don't need to use this tool. You can just put it in the shed for a year if need be. But on the years where you do need that extra storage, it's kind of nice to have something pretty quick. And you can do this flexible grain storage system for a pretty inexpensive price. It costs somewhere in the neighborhood of 6 to 8 cents a bushel to put grain into a bagging system like this. And when you're utilizing flexible grain storage, it keeps air out, it keeps water out. So spoilage is not a real concern. You do need to put dry grain into the bag, but outside of that, it's pretty easy to use. We just like to have a relatively flat spot to put a bag like this on, and typically we're looking at storing grain this way, last in, first out system. It's going to be the last thing we do. We'll fill all the bins first, then we'll utilize flexible grain storage, and that will be our first grain that we'll sell, will be out of those bags. It works pretty good, it doesn't cost very much money, and it gives you a lot of flexibility. That's it for today's Iron Talk, and now, back to the show.